So apologies, we seem to be having a little bit of issues with the PIN. So don't worry, we will get to you. We'll get you the PIN number. But while we do that, let me just tell you what this evening is all about. TCF is a foundation set up in Pakistan. And to be very honest, I didn't know anything about TCF. I had never heard about the Citizen Foundation until about this time last year. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized what an amazing organization it is and what wonderful work it does in Pakistan to help those with potential achieve that potential. Unfortunately, TCF is a bit of an unsung hero, and we tonight want to give this organization a wider platform and get more people to learn about what TCF is, what it does. So in this very first event of the Yorkshire chapter of TCF, which is in Yorkshire, I'm telling you, it's going to be a great chapter because we're going to write this chapter together, starting tonight. And education is at the heart of any society. And as the evening continues tonight, you will learn what TCF has been able to achieve and the ripple effects it has had on the society and on the lives of those people who have taken part in this and who, because of financial reasons, have been unable to achieve their potential. This evening will, inshallah, be an evening of fun and competition. The competition, as I said earlier, will be in the form of the quiz, where we'll have 8 rounds with 10 questions each, leading to a winner and 2 runners-up, with 3 trophies being handed out, and the winner will get an additional prize, which I will let you know about later. And the fun will be in the form of our special guest tonight, who's going to be helping me to read the questions, and the quiz master. You'll probably know him from many forms of the media, but you'll probably know him, or you'll definitely know him from the BBC comedy show Man Like Mobeen. And that's my Birmingham accent. So I'm going to hand you over now to Tez.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Breen, what sort of an accent was that?
I've been practicing that all day today. I thought you'd think, wow, Ambreen, that's really good.
No, it's definitely an A for effort. That's what I would say.
Birmingham?
You know what it is? I'm not actually from Birmingham or the West Midlands. I'm from Lancashire up north. So whatever that accent was, it doesn't offend me. But I'm sure there are many people from the Republic of Birmingham who are going to be very offended.
I didn't mean to offend anyone. I just thought it was good because I've been practicing.
No, you know what? It's not bad. It's probably where are you sitting at the moment?
I'm in Leeds.
In Leeds, up in Yorkshire.
In Yorkshire, yeah, Ilkley Morbartat.
I'm across Pennines in Lancashire.
Oh yeah, rivalry there.
Rivalry there. It's like India, Pakistan in here.
Oh,
thank you so much for having me, everyone. I hope you're looking forward to this quiz. I love a good quiz, innit? It's one of my favorite things. Are you good at quizzes, Umbreen?
I am quite competitive, I must say. Yes, I do watch University Challenge, Tez.
Do you? Okay, Umbreen. Actually, this might be in the quiz, so I won't ask that. What is the longest river in the world?
The Amazon.
Survey says, I don't know. Actually, it probably is right.
I'm sure.
I should have checked that before I asked. I should have asked you a question that I knew the answer to.
You should have.
But let's just say you are right. She's correct, guys. What's the prize this evening, by the way?
Well, you get a trophy, and the winner will get an additional prize, which I'm just keeping a little bit secret to make everybody more competitive. It's definitely a prize worth winning. I can tell you that.
Is it an all expenses paid trip to Disneyland?
No.
No. Okay, just checking. Because otherwise, I'd get my sister to stop playing. But that's fine.
Right. Okay.
Someone in the chat is saying, "I was born in Birmingham. I'm so sorry, Faisal Khan." Some people had to be.
Okay, we don't mind.
There you are, Amri. So how does the evening work?
Right, so the evening is, so again, I hope everybody's logged on. Now, I can now give you the PIN number that you need to start on the Kahoot. So the PIN number is 534087. Please put that in, and then the third stage is for you to enter a team name. And as I said, let's try and keep this creative. Let's try and keep this inspirational, and maybe in essence of tonight, which is with the whole idea of promoting the Citizens Foundation.
Yeah, I would say be cheeky, but don't be haram in your team names.
That's right. It's a family show, so we want
Yeah.
to try to keep it so that it makes everybody laugh and enjoy the evening. So let me give you that PIN number again. It's 534087.
If
Now,
I had a team name, it would be the Punjabis,
why that?
because I'm a fun Punjabi, so Punjabi.
Oh, I get you. I get you then, yes. What would mine be? What do you think mine should be then, Tez?
Where are you from in Pakistan?
I'm from Lahore.
Lahore. Oh
Or
my God.
My in-laws are from Sargodha.
I would call it Lahore di Kuriyan.
Lahore. In a very,
but only your sisters and your mum can play, and your nieces.
No, I think they'd be okay with that. Okay. So as I said, this is how the evening is going to progress. We're going to start the questions. We're just going to give you a little bit of time so everybody can log in. Everybody who has participated tonight, thank you very much for joining us this evening and helping us with this very first event of the Yorkshire chapter of TCF. I think we're going to play a little video now, which will give you a little bit of an insight into TCF. Shiraz?
The Citizens Foundation.
The Citizens Foundation.
The Citizens Foundation.
If they can hear the video.
Fighting illiteracy.
Transforming communities.
Developing potential.
Fulfilling dreams. Taking children off the streets and into schools. Largest private school network in the world.
Equality for humanity through education.
Catering to the most needy.
Transforming communities.
Largest private employer of women in Pakistan.
Educate, empower, enable.
So that's just a brief video of some of the stars from Pakistan, from the TV and film industry and the sports industry, all promoting, who are all backing TCF. And we, as I say, want to promote that. Just going over to you again, Tez, had you heard about the Citizens Foundation?
Yeah, I heard about the terrific work that they do in Pakistan and the sort of the amount of people that they help, particularly around education for young people, which we know is such an issue all over the world. But in particular, it is an acute issue in Pakistan. And so I'd heard about the excellent education services that they provide and that a lot of the money that's raised for the foundation goes to pay for. So yeah, it's brilliant. And I'm really honored to be able to be part of this evening that would help such a worthy cause.
And this is our very first event of the Yorkshire chapter. Unfortunately, due to circumstances surrounding COVID and the fact that we can't all get together in one place, we are having it over the internet. So it's the very first one. And if there are any kind of hiccups, then please bear with us. We will get through this, and I'm sure, and I'm absolutely convinced that you will enjoy the show or the quiz this evening with the questions, with Tez and with everything else. And hopefully we will, as I say, get the quiz started at about 7:45 this evening. I also just want to mention that if you go to the top of the screen on the bar, you can actually join in with asking questions. Some of our committee members will be there to answer them. So if you want to get involved in that, do write some questions if you want to, and we will endeavour to answer those questions. Over to you, Tez.
Yes. Hi. This is going to be a lot of fun. I was thinking about how good I am at quizzes when I play along at home. And like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, The Weakest Link, Pointless, all that sort of stuff. Family Fortunes back in the day, that was one of my favorites. And I'm always one of those guys that I start off really well. Like I always have a good start. And then as the quiz progresses, I really quickly get out of my depth. And then I realized that actually that's only because the easy questions are at the beginning. And then as the quiz progresses, the questions got harder. So obviously that speaks to my lack of general knowledge, that once the questions move past like the £1,000 range and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'm like, well, I better go home with this £1,000 because I don't know anything. What were you like when you watched them quizzes?
You're just being modest, I think, Tez. I think that's what it is.
Go on, ask me a general knowledge question. Go on, we'll see if I know it.
All right. What's the highest mountain in Africa?
The one that everyone goes on holiday to climb.
Which is?
Why have I forgotten the name of it off the top of my head? Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro, that's
yes,
it.
I knew it. It just didn't sit. There's a delay between my brain and my mouth.
You just have to get your brain into gear.
I get pressure in it. When I get put on the spot, like I know the answer, but because I was put under pressure, suddenly I was like, my brain's like, you're on your own, bro. Like, come on, help me out. And it did.
Right. Well, I think before we start, because Tez, you're going to start off asking the first round of questions.
Yes.
But just to let everybody who's logged in, who's joined us this evening, and again, thank you very much for everyone that has joined in to help us get this chapter on the road. Just to let you know, there's roughly about 50 teams participating tonight.
Wow.
I think we've done really well on this very first event. So just to let you know that, you're up against 50 teams. So I think it would be nice to be competitive. And remember, when we ask the questions, if you answer the question in the quickest time, you do get more points.
Oh, wow. So a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. It's not just getting the answer right, but it's also if you can do it in the quickest time, then you can. A bit like Millionaire that you were talking about, Tez. When
yeah.
So a bit like that. Bear all that in mind, and I think what we should move on to the quiz now, Tez.
Yeah,
so,
I think that was just one more thing you forgot to mention, that whoever finishes last, we will put their picture up on the internet and do their full basty. I think. Did we not mention that?
No, I think we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna hunt. Whoever finishes last, I'm hunting you down. I'm gonna do your basty.
All the results. Okay. So I think perhaps we'll start with the quiz now and round one. And Tez, you're asking the first set of questions in round one. So
yes, I am.
Can we have? So you have to ask Ronnie to give you the questions, Tez.
Ronnie, give me the questions so I can start the quiz. I hope everyone is ready. We got all these teams here. We're about to start. Okay.
So let's just go through some of the teams. Okay, we'll start.
Can we go back? No, we can't.
No, it's okay.
It started. So remember, the questions will appear on screen, but you must use your phone to select the correct answer. Okay. So we're going to start with the quiz now. Up, ready, huh? AKA, are you ready? Right.
This is just
all right, just a practice one. जी हम ready हैं. 1 minute, हम चाय पी रहे हैं. Taro, मेरी lipstick. That's me. Kia, as in what? So hopefully you're ready. And we're about to start.
Answer to that.
Yellow for me. Ji hum ready hai. That was the right answer. Sorry, I got that wrong. Just haven't applied my lipstick.
You're only asking the question, so don't worry.
Okay. Hope everyone's ready. Okay. Okay, here's some of the names. Oh no, we can go straight to the answers. Round one, film and TV. Okay. What is Hums TV's slogan? What is Hum TV slogan? Hum ko dekho, ARY ko choro. Hamesha hum ke saath, hum aur aap, har pal saath, jiyo hamare saath. So what is Hum's slogan? The answers are coming in. And that's it, out of time. It was the yellow one, hum aur aap, har pal saath. So well done to whoever got that right. Next question. Which Pakistani actress made her debut in the Bollywood movie Henna? Was it Barbara Sharif, Nahida Parveen, Shabnam, or Zeba Bakhtiyar? Which Pakistani actress made her debut in the Bollywood film Henna? Get your answers in. Okay. Just guess if you don't know the answer, guess. Okay, and the answer is Zeba Bakhtiyar. Of course, most people got that right. So well done if you did. Okay, next question, please. Oh. Which film set in Lahore and New York was based on a novel by Mohsin Hamid? Finally, a question that I know. Is it A, The Reluctant Fundamentalist, Mola Jut in the Big Apple, The Kite Runner, or A Thousand Splendid Suns? So a picture of Riz Ahmed there, who played the lead character in that film based on the famous novel. What is it? Guess if you don't know. And yes, the correct answer is, of course, The Reluctant Fundamentalist. Most of you got that right, but not all of you. So fair enough. Okay, next question.
Some people put Mola Jat in Big Apple.
Isn't it? Which pop singer also acted in the 2011 film Ball? Shazad Roy, Atif Aslam, Fakir Mahmood, or Atif Ali? So which pop singer was in the hit 2011 film Ball? I'm guessing that person isn't in that picture right there. Oh no, they could be the one at the top. Who is that guy? It's Atif Aslam. Of course, Atif Aslam. Well done to the 18 people that got that correct. Next question. Okay. What was Noor Jahan's real name? Begum Jan, Tabassum Bibi, Allah Wasai, or Noor Bano? Come on, let's get those answers in. And remember, if you don't know, just guess. Guess. I can imagine a lot of arguments breaking out at home. Going, it's Tabassum Bibi. No, it's Allah Wasai. And the answer is Allah Wasai. Ooh, that's the first one that the least amount of people knew. A lot of people thought it was Noor Bano, but no, it's Allah Wasai. So well done. Well done, the 13 people that got that right. Next question, please. Which Pakistani filmmaker activist has won 2 Oscars? Momina Duraid, Sharmeen Ubaid Chinoy, Farzana Khan, Gasra Shiraz. That's quite an easy one, I think, and I'd be disappointed if most of you don't get that one. Which Pakistani filmmaker / activist has won 2 Oscars? Get your answers in. Huh?
One we should be proud of.
Yes, I think it is. Yes, Sharmeen Ubaid Chinoy. You know, I was scared to say it then out loud in case I was wrong, but yes, that is who it is. Because you never know, you start doubting yourself, innit? Because you're going, I think it's that one. But then in front of an audience, you're like, I don't want to act like a fool. But yeah, well done. Next question. So this is the last question in this round, and then we'll look at the leaderboard. Okay. Which drama series has recently been banned in Pakistan on the grounds of bad taste? Shaitans, Jerails, Liverpool FC. Oh my God, that's a United fan who's written that question. Or Mujrims. So what's been banned in Pakistan? Shaitans, Jerails, Liverpool FC, or Mujrims? What's been banned on the ground of bad taste? Of course, it is Jerails. That's correct. No one went for Liverpool because I think that was. Can you please ask Tez to read out the answers in order? I did read out the answers in order. Shaitans, Jerails, Liverpool FC, Mujrims. And the answer was Jerails. Okay, that's the end of that round, I think. So let's look at the leaderboard. Ooh, the Punjabis. The Punjabis are in the lead with 6,121 points. Then Mighty Mulaks, Yobi2, Kashmiris, and Darveda. I like that name a lot. Can we look at the scores, or is that, can we just see the top? Okay, we can only see the top 5. We can't see further beyond that.
You'll be able to see at the bottom.
Okay, cool. 6 players have reached an answer streak 3. Well done to those teams. Big up everyone who's playing. Keep going for it. Even if it maybe that round wasn't for you, you think you didn't do that well, the next round might be stuff that you know about. So keep playing, keep having fun. Big up the Punjabis though for being in the lead so far. Over to you, Marine, for round 2.
Thank you, Tez. Can we have the second round, please? Which Pakistani actress is the mother of the famous actor Shan Shahid? Is it A, Nilo? Is it B, Neela? Is it C, Neeli? Or is it D, Neelu? Very similar names there, but if you know your Pakistani films, you will definitely know the answer to this. And the answer to that is Nilo, and 16 of you got that right. Okay, can we have the next question? Which British Pakistani actor was the main villain in the Hollywood blockbuster film Venom? Was it A, Art Malik, B, Luqman Rashid? Was it C, Riz Ahmed, or was it D, Ali Khan? You've got a bit of a picture, a help there with you if you want to have a look and see who that could possibly be. And of course, the answer is Riz Ahmed. And some of you actually thought it was Art Malik. Well, it could possibly have been, but he's a bit too old. Next question, please. This one has got double points. So in the hit TV drama, Mere Paas Tum Ho, who was Tum? Was it Sehrish? Was it B, Mehvish? Was it C, Binish? Or was it D, Danish? Okay, so you've got a choice of 4, 3 female, 1 male. Which one was Tum? Time's out, and the answer, of course, was Mehvish, a very popular Pakistani drama, but quite controversial as well. Next question, please. Oh, we've got another leader now. I will tell you at the end. Okay, we seem to have another round here, round 2, which is geography. Okay, I think we might have had a bit of a technical problem there, so I do beg your pardon.
I thought there were only 10 questions per round. I should have carried on asking those last questions. Oh, well, never mind. We're here now.
Right, doesn't matter. Okay, no worries. Okay, so we moved on. So that one, those were all the first round. So a bit confusing, but we've managed to finish the first round, got the 10 questions. Let's now move on to round 2, which is geography. Can we have the first question, please? In which English city was the name Pakistan conceived? Was it A, Luton? Was it B, Cambridge? Was it C, London? Or was it D, Manchester? Luton, Cambridge, London, or Manchester. Where was the name Pakistan first conceived? 4 seconds left, so take your pick now. And the answer is Cambridge. Not surprising, I suppose, really, because it is seen as the seat of academia. Next question, please. Which city is often referred to as the Manchester of Pakistan? Is it A, Faisalabad? Is it B, Lahore? Is it C, Blackburn? Or is it D, Peshawar?
Put Blackburn in there. That's cheeky. That's where I'm from.
Where?
Blackburn. I'm sitting here right now. If anyone answers that, I'm going to be cross. One person thought Blackburn was in Pakistan. Wow.
So the answer is Faisalabad, and we did get some people answering Peshawar and Blackburn. Does that make you feel good?
Some people think Blackburn is in Pakistan. That's what that means.
Pakistan, but you know, we do have a lot of crossovers. Next question, please. Okay, which city was previously named after Sir James Broadwood, Lisle? Was it A, Rotherham? Was it B, Sialkot? Was it C, Sahiwal? Or was it D, Faisalabad? Faisalabad, quite popular in this quiz this evening. Also the home of the textile industry in Pakistan. You get your all your Gul Ahmed textiles from there. So the answer there was Faisalabad. Let's move straight on to the next question. Which of these is often referred to as the Killer Mountain? Is it A, Ben Nevis? Is it B, Rakaposhi? Is it C, Nanga Parbat? Or is it D, K2? Now, Nanga Parbat is something I used to call my son when he was a baby. So I don't know if that helps at all. Probably not, but the answer is Nanga Parbat, and 8 of you got that right. So that was a bit of a trick question there. Let's move on to the next round. To the next question, I beg your pardon. Where was General Ziaul Haq born? Was it A, Karachi? Was it B, London? Was it C, Dhaka? Or was it D, Jalandhar? And remember, pre-1947, India and Pakistan were all the one and same country. So take your pick from there. And the answer is Jalandhar. Most likely in pre-partition times is when he was born. So next question, please. Where was chicken balti invented? Okay, here we go. A, Birmingham, B, Bradford, C, Bhimber, or D, Bahawalpur. Okay, all beginning with B, as does Balti or Balti, depending on how you what your accent is. Just take a guess. And the answer is again Birmingham. Okay, next question, please. Right, this is a picture round. So can you tell us in which city is this? Is it A, Quetta? Is it B, Karachi? Is it C, Keighley? Or is it D, Islamabad? Very well-known piece of architecture in one of the big cities of Pakistan. Which one is it? And 29 of you got that right. It is, in fact, Quaid-e-Azam's mausoleum in Karachi. Okay, let's move on to the next question, please. What is the approximate British Pakistani population? Is it 100,000? Is it 500,000? Is it 1 million? Or is it 60 million? Quite a wide range of numbers there for you to select from. And as Tez said, if you're not sure, just take a guess. You could be right. It is indeed 1 million British Pakistanis in the UK. So
They got everyone from Blackburn to Luton in it. Yeah, 1 million.
Yeah, that's it. Let's move on now to the next question. And what is the name of this? It's another picture round. So take a look at the picture. Is it A, Noor Mahal? Is it B, Pakistan Monument? Is it C, Blackpool Tower? Or is it D, the Tomb of Jahangir? Take a look at that picture and which of those 4 is it? Now, to be honest, I thought it was a bit of a difficult question. Would you have got that, Tez?
You know what? Just by process of elimination, I knew it wasn't Blackpool Tower because I'm not that dumb. It didn't look like a tomb. So it was between the first 2. And I thought it does look like a monument kind of thing. So I would have guessed that.
That's the Pakistan.
By process of elimination, I would have got it right.
Okay, let's have the next question, please. Again, this question has double points. What was Waqar Yunus's nickname? Was it A, Burewala Express? Was it B, Rawalpindi Express? C, Lahori Lightning? Or D, Sialkot Speedster? Any one of those sounds good, doesn't it? But which one was he known for? It was Burewala Express. And to be honest, quite a average total there for the number of people that got that right. It was A, Burewala Express. Can we have the next question, please?
Oh, that's
Right.
the end of the round.
Yeah, that's the end of that round, Tez. And I did see that the Kashmiris were in lead there just before we ended that. So it's moving from different teams, which is always very good. So let's move on to the next round. And Tez, over to you.
Okay, so did you want me to do a little bit of a chat, or shall we go straight on with the quiz?
You do whatever you like, Tez.
Is it possible to see the people who are watching this? I just want to ask I'm asking the technical people behind the scenes whether or not it's possible to have a look at the people, if it's possible for me to look at who's here. If not, that's fine. I'm just asking. Sanya said yes, so we're going to see if it is.
Yeah, she's quite happy for you to see her on the screen, but I'm not sure if that is possible. As I say, I'm not a technical person myself. I have to ask my children to tell me what to do.
If it isn't, they can just say no in the comments, and then we'll move on quickly. So whoever's in charge of the technical side of things, if they could just let me know whether or not it's possible to see the audience, and if not, then that's fine.
Okay, all right. I think what we'll do is maybe just move on to the next round.
Okay, cool. We can do that. We can do that.
So the next round is food and drink. Perhaps your favorite subject, Tez.
Excellent. Okay, that is one of my favorite subjects, to be fair. Let's have the first question in the food and drink. Khana pina. Let's do it. Which of these is known as the queen of mangoes? Josna, B, Sindri, C, Langra, or D, Alfonso? What is the queen of mangoes?
Do you know, Tez, I always thought Langra was somebody who had one leg longer than
Isn't it like a limp or something? Apparently, it might be the queen of mangoes. I don't think it is. It is Sindri. Sindri is the queen of mangoes. A lot of people chose Jonsa, and to be honest, that's what I would have gone for. But no, Sindri is the queen of mangoes. Well done to you guys. Next, please. Okay. What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? Is it A, garam masala, B, cardamom, C, cinnamon, or D, saffron? So garam masala, cardamom, cinnamon, or saffron, the most expensive spice in the world. Everyone's, yeah, I think we've got all the answers in actually. So let's see what it is. I think it's saffron. Yes, everyone got that right. That is the first question that everyone unanimously got right, including me. I now know nothing about cooking. So well done, everyone, and well done me. And well done, Ambreen, for wearing the same color shirt as that answer. Okay, next question, please. Which of these Pakistani desserts is not deep fried? Not deep fried. A, jalebi, B, baloshahi, C, patisa, or D, andrase. I don't even know if I said that last one right. I don't even know what it is. So yeah, what isn't deep fried? Jalebi, baloshahi, patisa, or andrase? And the answer is, of course, patisa. Patisa is not deep fried. I say that like as if I knew, but yeah, well done. Most people knew that. Most people knew that. So yeah, patisa is not deep fried, of course. Okay, next question, please. What does the HP stand for in HP sauce? Does it stand for hot pepper, B, halwa puri, C, Houses of Parliament, or D, Hewlett Packard? I think if you didn't get this one right, you should quit the quiz. No, I don't mean that. So what does HP stand for in HP sauce? And the answer is, of course, Houses of Parliament. To be honest, I should leave the quiz because I got that wrong. I did not know that that's what HP sauce stood for. Wow, I would have put hot pepper like the other 24 people that wrote that. So, or 24 teams. So no, well done to the 9 people who got Houses of Parliament right. Well done, big up.
Who would have known?
Who put Hewlett Packard though? I feel like they should leave the quiz. But anyway, next question, please. What is the Urdu name for that word there that I can't pronounce? Asafatida. How do you say that, Ambreen?
Asafatida.
Asafatida. I kind of guessed it. Is it A, hing, B, anardana, C, kalunji, or C, ajwain? What is asafatida? What's the Urdu name for it? No idea. And it is hing. Most people knew that. Big up. Big up everyone that knew that. There's some cooks about. Well done. Okay, next question. What type of dal is this? Is that masoor dal? Is it B, chana dal? Is it C, mash dal? Or is it D, whole moong dal? Moongi di dal. What sort of dal is that? Ambreen, do you like dal?
I do like dal actually. Yes, I don't mind at all.
I love dal. My mum does a mixed race dal, chana and moongi.
Yeah, I like
And
jam.
that is, of course, whole moongi dal. Well done. Yeah, do you like chana?
I do, yes. I'm fond of everything. As a child, we were made to eat everything, and I've grown up eating everything as well.
Well done. Okay, next, please.
And just before we go to the next question, can I just give out the pin again for those people that are just joining us?
Oh yeah, please do.
The pin is 534087. So if you're just joining us and you're not sure what the pin is, it is 534087. Hopefully you'll get on and you can join us with the quiz.
Some people very much put in the Pakistani into Pakistani time there. Okay, next question, please. Someone just said, what's the pin for? To enter the quiz, H, which of the following restaurant names is thematically the odd one out? A, the Darjeeling, B, the Viceroy, C, the Mughal, or D, the Raj? Which one of them is the odd one out? I think I know. Guess if you don't know. But I think I have a feeling I know. The Darjeeling, to be honest, I don't know why. I thought the Viceroy was the odd one out, but it's the Darjeeling, and most of you got that right. So this is what I'm saying about my lack of general knowledge. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me why the Darjeeling is the odd one out there, or maybe you know, Amreen.
Well, I would say that the others are all kind of titles, aren't they? The Viceroy, the Raj, and the Mughals were all leaders.
All right, I thought it's because the Viceroy was English and the others were Indian. That's why. But
Darjeeling is a place.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well done to everyone. Darjeeling is the name of the place. Someone just confirmed it. Okay, next question, please. Darth Vader's doing very well. Who is this famous chef about to appear on screen? Who is this lady? Is she Nadia Hussain? Is she Zubaydah Appa? Is she Najela Lawson? Or is she Ambreen Parvez? So who is this famous chef lady here? I know two of them that it definitely isn't.
It can't be Ambreen Parvez. She's just a spring chicken.
Well, she's not Najela Lawson either. It is, of course, Zubaydah Appa, because Nadia Hussain won Bake Off, so it's not her. And most of you got that right. 4 of you thought it was Ambreen Parvez. To be fair, it was between those two, but it's Zubaydah Appa. Well done to nearly everyone. Okay, next one, please. Next question.
Okay.
Which of these most closely resembles Nagasi kofta? A, Scotch eggs, B, spaghetti and meatballs, C, chicken meatballs, or D, chicken burger with chips, brackets, and chili sauce. So which of these most closely resembles Nargasi kofta? Is it A, Scotch eggs, B, spaghetti and meatballs, C, chicken meatballs, or D, chicken burger with chips? And it is, of course, A, Scotch eggs. That's what most closely resembles Nargasi kofta. Well done to everyone that got that right. All right. This is making me hungry. I don't know about you.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
I am. I'm getting thirsty. I'm just going to have a sip of water before the next question.
Okay. While you do that, Tez, let me just give out that PIN number again for those participants just joining us. The PIN number is 534087.
Yeah, someone asked what that PIN is for. Basically, there's a website you can go on to enter this quiz and then play along at home.
Yeah.
That's what the PIN is for.
The PIN is so,
You've missed nearly 3 rounds by the time I finish this. So catch up if you want. But yeah, can we get the next question, please? Or is that, unless that's the end of the round?
Well, at the moment, we've
No,
got...
it isn't. According to a Twitter poll in 2019, what was named as the official national drink by the government of Pakistan? So what was the official national drink of Pakistan according to a Twitter poll? Is it A, Nestle water, B, lassi, C, sugarcane juice, or D, chai? What is the official national drink as named by the government of Pakistan?
And if it's what I'm thinking it is, Tez, it's one of my favorites.
Yes, it is. It is, of course, sugarcane juice. That is the official national drink of Pakistan. Not nimbu pani,
Not
controversially.
nimbu pani, sugarcane.
Sugarcane juice.
Yeah, absolutely. Ganne ka juice.
Yes. So yeah, most people got that right. Well done.
So we've now come to the end of that round, Tez. So
Have we? Okay, so I want to go through the leaderboard here. So can we
yeah,
just
we'll
press
go
next
to the
once?
leaderboard now, if we can see the leaderboard, please.
Oh, there we go. So Darth Vader have been doing really well. Remember the Punjabis were at the top. They're not even in the top 5 now. So as I'm saying, it's actually really, really close. So between first place and fifth place, there's only 700 points. So keep going. Even if you don't see your name in that top 5, there's no reason why you can't come from behind and take one of those places. So big up yourselves and keep trying. But big up Darth Vader. I see you guys at the top there.
And then we've got the Kashmiris, and then we've got Sanuki, and then we've got Team Sheikh, and then FND1.
Can we see any below that, or can we just see the top 5?
We're just seeing the 5 top at the moment, but as you say, it's a close contest.
Very close, especially the top 6 points in it.
That's it, yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll move on to the next round. We've got a lot to get through. So can we have round 4, please? And this is all to do with sports. Okay, Kale Shale. Okay,
Ooh.
nice picture there of you, Tez.
Yeah, look very nice.
So can we have the first question, please? Question is, who has played international cricket for Pakistan in each 4 decades? Is it A, Muhammad Hafiz? Is it B, Misbah ul Haq? Is it C, Shoaib Malik? Or is it D, Yunus Khan? You've got a picture of the possible person, the possible answer, and you've got 4 seconds left. So, yeah, so not a convincing answer there. 22 of you got it right. It is, in fact, Shoaib Malik. Some of you thought it was indeed Muhammad Hafiz or Yunus Khan. They just seem as if they've been there for decades. That's all. Let's have the next round. The next question, I beg your pardon. How many Olympic gold medals has Pakistan hockey team, men's hockey team won? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Or is it 7, 8, 6? Big difference between the answers there. 1, 2, 3, or 786. Which one do you think it is? Well, a lot of people, now I personally didn't know that, got it right, is in fact 3 times the Pakistan men's hockey team won an Olympic gold, which is great news. And I do think it was some years ago. So let's try and get the team back up to the gold medal stakes. Next question, please. Pakistan lost the Men's Cricket World Cup final in which year? And there we've got a winner. It looks like Australia holding the cup. Who did they lose to and in what year? It was 1999, some time back when they were actually in the final. So 17 of you got that right. Let's move on to the next question, please. In squash, how long was Jahangir Khan's record winning streak? Was it 222 matches? Was it 333 matches? Was it 444 matches? Or was it 555 matches? And I do remember watching Jahangir Khan play squash, always, not because of squash, but because he was a Pakistani. Okay, so the answer, wow, 555 matches that he won. So that was a bit equal answers there. The top being 12 people got that right. Let's move on to the next question. Who has the highest individual test score for Pakistan? Is it Hanif Muhammad? Is it B, Javed Miandad? Is it C, Muhammad Wahid Sharif? Or is it D, Zahir Abbas? And there's a picture there coming to light to help you. Which one of those is it? You've got 1 second left. Okay, right, it was the great Hanif Muhammad. And once again, I do remember watching him play. Okay, And we now move on to the next question, please. In which city does the Tour de Pakistan end? Okay, is it A, Quetta? Is it B, Peshawar? Is it C, Huddersfield? It's Lancashire after that. And the final answer is D, Abbottabad. Which one of those does the Tour de Pakistan end? I'm not sure, actually. Well, the answer is Peshawar, because that picture there of the Khyber Pass would give it away very easily. So well done to all of those. You got it right. Let's have the next question. Who is the man in the middle of this photograph? So there's 5 of them. The one in the middle, who is it? Is it A, Sarfraz Nawaz? Is it B, Zahir from number 27? Is it C, Sikandar Bakht? Or is it D, Wasim Akram? I can see you having a close look, Tez.
I think it is Wasim Akram.
You're absolutely right. Get on that leaderboard, Tez.
You know, this is the first round I've known every single answer to every single question.
That's excellent. Okay, way to go, Tez. Let's have the next question. How many times has the Pakistan men's hockey team won the World Cup? Is it A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 420?
420.
420. There's another kind of double entendre with that, isn't it? 420. What's that?
I don't want to say it here.
Oh, all right, let's leave that because that's not the answer anyway. The answer is C, 21.
No, 4.
Oh, beg your pardon. The answer is 4. Thank you. Just making sure you're awake, Tez. It's 4 and 21 of you got that right. Okay, let's move on now to the next question. And Shoaib Akhtar bowled the first ever recorded 100-mile-per-hour delivery. And who did he bowl it to? Got a bit of a video there to help you. Was it A, Lance Klusner? Was it B, Nick Knight? C, Graham Thorpe? Or was it D, Rehan Ahmed? Okay, so you've still got 14 seconds to have a look at that.
So I'm looking at that. What country
video.
is it?
Who is it?
What's the stance? I'm not going to say it before the clock ends.
Okay, well, you've got 4 seconds left if you're not.
I think it is Nick Knight.
And you're absolutely right again. I think you're a bit of a dark horse, Tez.
No, I just love sport, innit? That's my round.
Okay, all right, okay. So 20 of you got that right. After the last question in this round, I will give you a lowdown on the top 5 teams. So let's have the next question.
Ooh.
And the last question is always carries double points. So you've got to work a little bit extra hard on this. Who is married to this person in the picture? Is it A, Faisal Khan? Is it B, Shoaib Malik? Is it C, Muhammad Amir? Or is it D, Babar Azam? If you know who she is, I'm sure you'll know the answer.
No one could have got this wrong, surely.
Well, let's have a see. Yeah, it was, of course, Sania Mirza, the Indian tennis star, married to the Pakistani cricketer Shoaib Malik. 34 got that right. So well done to everyone. That's the end of the 4th round. And we'll take a look at the leaderboard now. So in top place at the moment, it's Darveda. Then it's Sanuki. Then it's the Kashmiris. At 4th place, we've got Team Sheikh. And at number 5, it's a team called Winner.
Irony.
Let's see if you are the winner. We've got another 4 rounds to go, so lots more to do within that time. So that's the first 4 rounds over. We're going to have a little bit of a step back from the questions and the quiz while we hear a little bit more about the Citizens Foundation. We're going to take a look at a short video. We're then going to have a chat with the Chief Executive of TCF in the UK. And then, which I'm very excited about, is we'll be speaking to one of the alumni, one of the students of TCF who has gone on to achieve great things. So if we could see that video please, before we go on to the questions. Thank you, Shiraz.
My family migrated from interior Sindh to one of the slums in Karachi called Ibrahim Kot. My father used to work in a copper factory and used to earn 300 rupees a month. When I grew up, I started working with him as well.
जब हम नानों के घर जाया करते थे तो रास्ते में रोड से बस में बैठे या वैन पे बैठे मेरी मम्मा हमेशा स्कूल को देखा करती थी, तो उनके दिल में ख्वाहिश पैदा होती थी कि मेरे बच्चे भी एक दिन यहाँ पे पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन बाबा की पे इतनी नहीं थी कि 50 रुपीज़ फीस होती थी, वो भी देनी बहुत मुश्किल होती थी.
There are millions of children like Nadeem and Sumbul in Pakistan, born into severe poverty. They have no access to quality education that will help them break through this cycle. And with more than 24 million children out of school in Pakistan, there is no crisis as severe as illiteracy.
Illiteracy is the number one problem which lies at the root of all the problems we have. We used to, amongst ourselves, talk that, you know, how can we actually influence to change their dreams to bigger things? Because everybody dreams, but you only dream of what you know. What you don't know, you don't dream. So, you know, the job was to actually change their dreams into bigger aspirations.
Education is about the ability to discern between good and bad. Education is to understand that bad has strength and power too, but the strength of good goes much farther and it is stronger. If you can achieve that, then your education is successful.
And the only answer to the country's ills is to educate. Citizen Foundation has taken upon itself to educate the youth of Pakistan.
If we educate them, we can turn them into an asset. And if we don't, the same asset will be turned into a liability.
The Citizens Foundation, Pakistan's largest non-profit in the field of formal education, is at the forefront of tackling illiteracy. We believe that only quality education can remove barriers of class and give the less privileged a chance to help themselves.
TCF's vision is to bring positive change in society, and we do that by serving the underserved and the least privileged in the society by giving them quality education and providing better opportunities for future.
The TCF model has been designed to deal with the core challenges of education as faced by our country today. Catering to the most needy, all our purpose-built schools are embedded in the heart of urban slums and rural communities. Only female teachers are employed to ensure that girls make up 50% of students. Continuous teacher training and a formal monitoring and evaluation system assures high-quality education. The need for holistic student development is met by structured, in-school co-curricular programs, while the alumni are provided with the resources and guidance to pursue higher education. TCF also runs community development programs such as Agahi, the Adult Literacy Initiative, aiming to harness the potential of our school communities, especially the women.
There's nothing which is impossible. If the intent is pure, and if a person or group extends hard work towards completion of that intent, everything is possible.
Now, 20 years later, we have children in the best universities in all disciplines. And, you know, each one of these success stories actually is tonic for the rest of the year.
You have to believe in education being the answer to a brighter, happier, more prosperous Pakistan. One educated person can change the world.
So I hope that you enjoyed that video, which gives a little bit of a more insight into what TCF is doing and what's its intention has always been. And you know, in that video, they were talking about educating young people as well as women. And you know what they say, that if you educate a woman, you educate a whole community. And to talk a little bit more about TCF UK, I'm joined now by Sania Sufi, who is the Chief Executive of TCF in UK. Thank you very much for joining us, Sania. You lost me there a little bit, but I hope you could hear me and what I was saying about the wonderful work that TCF is doing and inshallah will continue doing.
Thank you so much, Umbreen. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you, to Tez, and to the Yorkshire Chapter and everybody who's here to support us.
So if I could just ask, start off by asking you what your experience has been with TCF and the wonderful 25 years that TCF has up to now achieved.
Oh gosh, so I joined TCF about 3 years ago, and I have to confess that I actually knew very little about it when I started. But I have to say that the more I have learned about TCF, the more moved I've been, the more honored I've been to be part of it. And I am, every single day, I'm just blown away by how incredible the organization is, how deep the impact is, how broad the impact is. And, you know, I get to see the validation of our work, you know, when I meet the students, when I meet our alumni, and they are so inspiring. I remember I visited a college, the TCF college last year, and the alumni who was showing me around was so incredibly confident, and she was telling me about her background and her story and the resilience, the determination that she had, and how far she had gotten in life just because of the education that she received. You know, it made me so proud to be part of TCF. And, you know, as the video showed, TCF, you know, it was established in '95 by a group of citizens who wanted to bring about positive change in Pakistan. And they decided that education was, you know, the answer. And so they decided to open 5 schools in 1995. And today, TCF is what the economists call, you know, TCF runs the largest network of independently run schools in the world. So we have 1,652 schools, 266,000 children who from all parts of Pakistan, from the remotest, most marginalized communities, are going to our schools. 50%, near 50% of our students are girls, which is a huge achievement if you consider the fact that we operate in areas where there are deep gender disparities, you know, interior Sindh, Balochistan. It's truly phenomenal what we've done. And I think out of all these 25 years, what has really come forward is this scalable, replicable model that is deeply contextualized in that, like the video showed, it addresses each and every barrier to education that exists or has come up in the last 25 years, and really you know, presents a solution of education delivery. And now we're at this point where, you know, the 25 years of learning, we can apply that to improve education delivery across the nation. So we're working with the government, you know, taking over government schools or advising the government on how we can improve education. And, you know, we hope that we will be able to help the children that are out of school.
And hopefully continue for many more years to come. Now, Absolutely. This particular year hasn't been a pleasant year for anybody across the globe, but how has TCF been able to manage within this time of COVID? Have you always had something in plan and stayed ahead of things?
I think that, you know, I think TCF always has a plan in place, but I think this was, you know, the situation took the world by surprise. I think it even took us by surprise. If you'd asked me in March, we had very little clarity on what was going to unfold. What we did know was that, you know, the lockdown happened, our fundraising in the UK was affected. I think the deeper impact was felt in Pakistan, where our schools, because of lockdown, we had to close our schools. And what we did, but one thing that I think has always stayed true about TCF is that we react quickly. And we have experience, during the floods in Pakistan, we were there. During the earthquakes in Pakistan, we were there. So, we have learned to react quickly, and that's what we did in this situation. And our biggest challenge was to preserve our network of schools and our resources that we've grown over the last 25 years. And we made a commitment very early on that we were going to retain our teachers. We can't, they're the backbone of our systems. We can't afford to let them go. So we made a commitment to pay their salaries through the time that the schools were closed. So at a time when, most people were not worried about their jobs, TCF was providing job security to their teachers and their faculty. It's also because our teachers come from low income areas. They need that income, and we recognize that. The second thing that we did was, we know that majority of our people from our communities are daily wage workers. So they are people who live on income, their daily wages, and within the lockdown, they wouldn't have access to that. So we acted quickly and we initiated a relief program. We are not a relief organization, but we made an exception in this case, and we provided cash transfers and food rations to struggling families. This effort was led by our alumni and our teachers on the ground, who did a fantastic job of reaching, families in remote parts of Pakistan, because we have that network and we have that reach, and we knew we had to utilize it. So that's what we did, and we reached about 45,000 families. We provided PPE gear to hospitals that were struggling. We also launched distance learning initiatives, and what we did there was, TCF students are kind of at the wrong side of the digital divide. They're students who, they live in areas where there's no infrastructure. So we didn't have technology or the digital platform, that they could utilize. So what we did was we partnered with the Federal Education of Ministry, and we launched a TV program. It was called Ilm Ka Angan, which is the learning courtyard. And it was, I think, an 18-week program. And, it was based on storytelling and engaging children through storytelling, exercises, and so on. And we launched an edutainment magazine.
And you managed to keep the education going, even though there were so many external factors that could easily have stopped that, but you managed to keep the education going for those pupils, those students, those livelihoods were going for.
Yes.
Families and the teachers that work. As you say, it's a all-female staff that you have. Now, I do want to move on now, because a lot of the students do go on to higher education and achieve such great heights, I think, considering where they came from and the background they came from. And we have someone with us who is an alumni of TCF, and that is Dr. Sidra Salim. And she is at the moment in Ohio, USA, where she's doing great work after having qualified as a doctor. And we do have Dr. Sidra Salim with us all the way from America to have a chat with us. So welcome to our little quiz night, Dr. Sidra.
Hello, I'm Amreen, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So you've seen all the videos, you've seen the questions. I just want to ask you about your experience of the Citizens Foundation, how it has helped you and how it's helped your community.
Going back to the time when I started my education, back to the 1998, I was so lucky and fortunate that TCF building was already there. But before that, my elder siblings, they used to go very far away. The nearest school was like 10 miles away. So for me, the first and the very earliest memory with the TCF was the excitement to go to the school that was very clean, that has the chairs that where I can go and sit, because many of us didn't have the opportunity to sit even on the chair in their house. So at that time, it was only that excitement. But with the process, as I moved forward, I realized that it's more about the quality education and the confidence that I got from my school, from the very beginning that enabled me to later implement all these things in my life and compete with all the students that were coming from the elite background with them and get into the med school.
So could you have, when you started off at TCF, ever imagined you would be where you are now?
To be honest, I cannot, at that point, I cannot even think of that I would be able to come here so far. And even I was not sure that would I be able to get the education after the school, because most of the colleges and universities were far, far away from my home. But I always say a sentence that my life was like an ant, because I was just moving with the external signals, whatever I was getting. And I'm so humbled and grateful to all the people who helped me in my way to come all the way to the US to do my residency.
I know we've got Tez with us as well, and he's very kindly agreed to host this quiz night for raising awareness and trying to give more exposure to TCF. Is there anything that you would like to ask, Tez?
Yeah, Sidra, I think your journey has been absolutely amazing. I was just wondering, like, because you've come so far, how different do you think your life would have been if you never went to a TCF school? Obviously, right now you're in Ohio, in the USA, studying to be a doctor. It's incredible. If you'd never gone to a TCF school, what would your life be right now?
So that's actually a very good question. I think if I didn't get the chance to go to the TCF, I don't think so I would be able to think about that, how life could be. I think if there is no TCF in my area, I don't think so there will be any Dr. Sidra Salim who is sitting right here and talking with you guys. I think I would be doing the same things that the other people in my Kachi Abadi were doing at that time, like sitting at home or getting married at the very early ages, or doing home chores, helping mothers or helping the families to work on the very small wages at work to supplement their monthly income.
Well, the loss of you as a bride to some guy in Pakistan is the rest of the world's gain. So I think we're in a much better position for you to be studying medicine and doctor. I'm sure everyone here will agree. So thank you so much for joining us. And have you been playing the quiz?
I was not able to participate. Sorry, I'm at work, but I was listening some of the questions.
How did you get on? Did you know the answers?
I knew the only one answer, the one with the Zubeda.
So don't feel so bad if you're at home and you're thinking I'm struggling with the questions. Even a doctor from Pakistan didn't know all of the answers. But Sidra, you're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. And there's one more question from Ambreen.
Yeah, just one last thing I would like to ask you, Sidra, is what's your message to everybody who's very kindly participated in this quiz night to kind of give a platform to TCF?
I would only like to say that all the people who are hearing me, that you are so fortunate that you get an opportunity to hear about all the good work that is being done or have been doing in Pakistan. You are lucky that you are the part of that movement. And I would also like to mention that you are hearing only me, but while growing up, I have seen unlimited examples of the people or students, or especially the girls, who got an opportunity to get early education from TCF, and then they were able to make their own future. So I will only request that join TCF in that movement and help all the people who are not even aware that what they are lacking of to achieve their goals and dreams.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sidra, and all the best for you, your future, and your family. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you so much.
Really nice to meet you, Sidra.
Nice to meet with you all. Thank you.
And Sidra was talking about other children, girls and boys that have achieved so much having gone through the TCF Foundation. We have another little video for you to see some of their successes as well as Dr. Sidra, and we can just see what kind of heights they have achieved. So if we could have that video, please. Well, isn't that an inspirational video? And, you know, sometimes we do send, we give donations to foundations and to all sorts of different organizations, and we're not quite sure where the money has gone and what has been achieved. But that video there is evidence there that the money given to TCF is well used, and it has achieved so much success for so many people in Pakistan. So let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the quiz, I beg your pardon. And we'll move on to the next round of questions, which are for science. And Tez, you still with us?
I'm here, but for some reason I can't start my video. I'm clicking the button. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm here, guys. Don't worry about it. Everyone stop panicking. Okay, I hope everyone's ready. I'll give you 30 seconds to get back in your places, get your phones back out, log back in if you've, whatever it is you need to do. I don't really understand the system. But make sure you're sat down, ready to go. And we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit me. Okay, science. What is the name of the family of viruses which has caused the current global pandemic? If you get this wrong, I don't know if we can help you. Is it A, influenza, B, coronavirus, C, pneumonia, D, Ebola? What is it that's making us do this quiz over Zoom, not in person? And it is, of course, the coronavirus. 3 of you got that wrong. I don't understand how that's possible. I'm sorry for shouting, but I'm channeling the energy that my mum would have had if I'd got this answer wrong. This atrocious behavior. Okay, let's hope. I mean, it's all downhill from here if you got that wrong, but let's go to the next question. What is the official name of the virus? A, SARS, B, MERS, C, SARS-CoV-2, or D, COVID-19? What is the official name of the virus? And of course, the answer is boom, SARS-CoV-2. All those people that wrote COVID-19, No, COVID-19 is not the official name. It's SARS-CoV-2. There are 4 virologists clearly on this quiz. Big up you guys. Who wrote MERS? That must be Ollie MERS joining this quiz for some reason. It's not MERS. COVID-19 is the nickname, but it's SARS-CoV-2. So big up those 4 teams there. Okay, next question. What is the illness caused by the virus? Very virus heavy right now. A, sugar, B, a cold, C, COVID-19, D, COVID 420. What is the illness caused by the virus? Sugar, cold, COVID-19 or COVID 420? That you're going to get this one now. And the answer is, of course, COVID-19.
Is there an illness called sugar?
This is what we call diabetes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unu sugar ho gayi hai. That's what they're saying. No, it's a bit more than a cold, guys. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if you've been reading the news or reading any papers. It's more than a cold. Okay, next question. What is the English translation for the Latin word corona? A, crown, B, king, C, queen, or D, do it, corona? What is the English translation of corona? What does it sound like? Crown. Sounds like crown. And most of you got that right. So well done. I think that I'm sure there's a person in here just pressing D for every answer. Eventually you'll get some of them right.
They're not available.
You'll get 25% of them right eventually over the average. Okay, next question. In which city was the first Shaukat Khanum Cancer Hospital? A, Islamabad, B, Karachi, C, Leeds, or D, Lahore? Which city was the first Shaukat Khanum Cancer Hospital? Islamabad, Karachi, Leeds, or Lahore? I don't know the answer to this. I'd take a guess that it is Lahore. Yes, it is Lahore. Is that the hospital that Imran Khan built?
It is indeed, and it's named after his mother, Shaukat Khanum.
Shaukat Khanum.
Yes,
I've got uncles called Shaukat, but no aunties. But there we go. So Lahore it was. That would have been my guess. I thought it was that hospital. So yeah. D. The person who wrote D. I hope you didn't change your answer to A, just because I said it. I hope you kept your answer with D. It was D. Next question, please. Double points on this one. Who was the founding father of Pakistan's nuclear program? A. A.Q. Khan, B. A.R. Rahman, C. Abdul Kalam, or D. Yassin Muhammad? The founding father of Pakistan's nuclear program. A.Q. Khan, A.R. Rahman, Abdul Kalam, or Yassin Muhammad? It is, of course, A.Q. Khan, the father of Pakistan's nuclear program. Well done if you got that right.
What an achievement.
And big up to the person who thought it was A.R. Rahman singing nuclear program into existence. That would have been quite the achievement. Okay, next question, please. In which city is Pakistan's main nuclear weapons facility center? Which city is Pakistan's main nuclear weapons facility center? Wakant, B. Kahuta, C. Wakefield, or D. Attak? Where is it? And it is in Kahuta. Well done. 24 people got that right. To be honest, I had no idea. So well done to you guys. Yeah, big up. Okay, next question, please. In 2015 rankings, which was the top ranked medical school in Pakistan? A. Aga Khan University, B. Bradford College, C. IBA, or D. Punjab University? Which was the top ranked medical school in Pakistan? And the answer is going to come in 3, 2, 1, and it is Aga Khan University. Most people knew that. It's probably like the Oxford/Cambridge of Pakistan. So big up Aga Khan University for being the top ranked medical school in Pakistan. Okay, next question. What was the original name for national flag carrier Pakistan International Airlines? A. Air Indus. B. Bessa Jet. C. Crescent Airways. D. Orient Airways. Or E. Never Ever Working. What is the name for national flag carrier Pakistan International Airlines? Did you? It is D. Orient Airways. E wasn't an option. Oh, equal between Air Indus and Orient Airways, but it was Orient Airways. Did you hear that story about all those pilots that got sacked because they had fake pilot licenses?
I did hear that, but you shouldn't always believe what you read in the papers. But I do believe with your, I agree with your answer E, never working.
But the official answer, like SARS-CoV-2, was Orient Airways. So yeah, well done to those of you that got that. Okay, next question. Double points on this one, guys. According to the BBC, what did scientists discover in a rubbish dump just outside Islamabad in 2017? A, the vaccine for typhoid. B, plastic eating fungus. C, platinum producing enzymes. Or D, chicken biryani which killed rats. A, vaccine for typhoid. B, plastic eating fungus. C, platinum producing enzymes. Or D, chicken biryani which killed rats. And the answer is, of course, plastic eating fungus. Sometimes you just got to go with common sense. And it is a plastic eating fungus. So what a discovery that was.
Pakistan's known for many things, and that's one of the perhaps positive things it's known for.
Yeah, positive out of a negative there.
As well as many others. So very interesting.
Yeah, good breakthrough for environmental, for the environment there. If we can get a fungus and we can replicate that and we can recycle or get rid of our plastic, then what an amazing discovery. Just in time as well. Okay, how many questions left in this round?
That's the end of the round, Tez.
Okay, that's the end of the round. So let's go through the leaderboard and see what's going on. Ooh, Darth has come down 1 and Sanuki has shot up to the top there. Yeah. Ooh, Vinda has a streak with 8 correct answers in a row. Wow, they are on fire with that round. But yeah, so they're creeping up, and let's see if they can keep going and actually be a winner. So well done, Sanuki, leading so far. Over to you, Ambreen, for round 6.
Thank you very much, Tez. And just before we start round 6, I'd like to once again thank you all. And remember, raise your hand if you're enjoying tonight's evening, because I certainly am. So thank you to everyone. Yes, and Tez is as well. So let's move on to the next round, which is history and literature. I am aware of time as well, so we'll try and get this quiz done fairly soon. So first question, please. What does the word Urdu mean? Does it mean A, believer, B, army, C, student, or D, dream? The word Urdu.
I don't know that.
No, it's quite interesting because Urdu itself is such a sweet language, isn't it?
I would guess it means student. No, army. All right.
Right. So okay. I think our teams have also learned something new, because it's quite equal as to the number of people have got each of those right or wrong. So let's move on to the next question. Who was Pakistan's first female governor? Was it A, Fatima Ali Jinnah? Was it B, Nusrat Bhutto? Was it C, Nahida Parveen? Or was it Rana Liaquat Ali Khan? Very well-known women, some of them there. So do you happen to know which one it was? And it was Rana Liaquat Ali Khan. I'm guessing it's the equivalent of the first lady that she was at the time. Let's move on now to the next question. Who is the author of A Case of Exploding Mangoes? Is it A, Basharat Ali? Is it B, Hanif Qureshi, C, Tariq Ali, or D, Muhammad Hanif? Okay, and some of those names do jump out at you. So if you happen to know, press the answer now. It was, of course, Muhammad Hanif. Now, many of you did think it, many of you thought it was Hanif Qureshi, 18 of you, but it was in fact Muhammad Hanif. And it was a bit tricky there because you could easily have been Hanif Qureshi. So let's move on to the next question. Who composed the verses of the Pakistani national anthem? Was it A, Hafiz Jalandhari? Was it B, Allama Iqbal? Was it C, Zain Malik? Or was it D, Faiz Ahmed Faiz? All of them in their own way, right, well known, maybe not for the same thing. But the answer is, of course, Hafiz Jalandhari, and 24 of you got that right. Glad to see that nobody got Zain Malik, which is very, very heartening to know. Let's move on to the next question. Name the female World War II spy for Britain whose code name was Madeline. Was it A, Noor Inayat Khan? Was it B, Noor Jahan? Was it C, Inayat Ali Khan? Or was it C, Khala Matluba? Didn't mean to laugh there. Was it Khala Matluba, D, C, Inayat Khan, Ali Khan? And it was, of course, Noor Inayat Khan. And I think she was in the media not so long ago. So very well done to all of you. Nobody, I'm glad to say, got Khala Matluba. So let's move on to the next question. Right, name the famous philosophical poem by Allama Iqbal. Was it Sawal-e-Jawab? Was it Shikwa or Sawal? Was it Aaj Ka Sawal? Or was it Jawab-e-Shikwa? Allama Iqbal, poet from Pakistan. What is the answer? A, B, or C? And the answer is Jawab-e-Shikwa. And if you're into poetry, I'm sure you will definitely have known that, especially if you know Urdu poetry. Can we have the next question, please? Who is this award-winning author? And there's a picture to help you. Is it Kamila Shamsi? Is it B, Fatima Bhutto? Is it C, Farkhanda Hussain Butt? Or is it D, Bapsi Sidhwa? Which one of those is that picture? Who is it? And the answer is Kamila Shamsi. So well done to everybody. And Farkhanda Hussain Butt got 4. She's on her way, I'm sure, to being a well-known author as well. Can we have the next question, please? So when did Pakistan test its first nuclear weapon? Was it in 1978? Was it in 1988? Was it in 1998? Or was it in 2008? When did Pakistan test its first nuclear weapon? And the answer is 1998. Now, to be honest, I thought it was actually earlier than that. I'm quite surprised at 1998, but well done to everybody who got that right.
And I knew that one because I'm currently writing a book about my teenage years. And I was looking up what happened in 1998 because I was 13 at the time. And I read about that. So that's why I definitely know the answer to that, because I was researching for my book.
Well done to you then, Tez. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, next question, please. Who designed Pakistan's flag? The white and the white star and crescent on a green background. Was it Chacha Allah Ditta? Was it Muhammad Ali Jinnah? Was it Allama Iqbal? Or was it Amiruddin Kidwai? Which one of those designed the Pakistan flag? And it was Amiruddin Kidwai. Well done to everybody who got that. Yeah, 26 of you in the teams have got that right. Well done to you. Let's move on to the next question. And this one again is the last question of this round and has double points. The Hindu epic poem Mahabharata was believed to have been first recited in which ancient city? Was it A, Taxila? Was it B, Dewsbury? Was it C, Jhelum? Or was it D, Multan? I know which one it couldn't be. Not sure about you, Tez.
Taxila. Yes.
Taxila. Yes.
It's because it said ancient city in it. So it's
Taxila.
Process of elimination. The other three are, well, it's not Dewsbury, obviously, but the other two are current cities. So
that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So well done to everybody. And that's the end of round 6. We'll take a quick look at the leaderboard. And still in the lead is we have a team called Sanuki. And in second place is Darveda. Then we have the Kashmiris. At number 4, creeping up, is the team called Winner. And at number 5, we have Team Sheikh.
Look at Karachi Kings, though, with the streak of 9 correct answers in a row in what was the hardest round.
That's right, yeah. And so very tough competition, I can tell you. And everything to play for as we move on to the next round.
Yeah. So shall we? Let's go to the let's go to the next round. And it is music, Gane Ishane. Let's see who knows their stuff. Next, please. Which of these artists was not a band member of Junoon? Salman Ahmed, B. Ali Azmat, C. Brian O'Connell, D. Junaid Jamshed. Which one of those 4 wasn't in Junoon? Dil Dil Pakistan. And the answer is, of course, Junaid Jamshed was not a band member of Junoon.
Was he not a part of Vital Signs?
Yes, he was, which did Dil Dil Pakistan. So there was my clue there.
Yeah.
For some people. Okay, next question. What is the next word in this famous song? Well, I think we could maybe play it one more time. If not, that's fine. Okay, so what was the next word in that famous song? It was, of course, Hawa. Because to be honest, I don't know about you guys, but I heard it. so if you were patient there, and you were listening closely, you could have got the answer. It was Hawa. Well done to you guys that got it. Okay, next question. In the hit song, whose house did Abrar Haq want to visit? A. Bilo, B. Prito, C. Paro, or D. Gado? If you get this wrong, you're gonna have to hand in your Shinakti card in it. That's you can't get this one wrong. Kina kina jana Bilo de gar, of course. Prito nal vya karna. That's Prito in it. So Bilo de gar. And 5 teams got that wrong. That's a shame. Kina kina jana paro de gar. No, it's not the same. Okay, next question, please. Which ghazal singer has received civilian honors, including Nishan-e-Imtiyaz and Hilal-e-Imtiyaz? A. Ghulam Ali, B. Iqbal Bano, C. Mehdi Hassan, D. Ustad Suhail Ali. Basically, who's this guy in the picture in it? To be honest, I don't know the answer to this.
Do you not?
I do not.
Oh.
It's Mehdi Hassan. I laughed at that because the only Mehdi Hassan I know is the journalist.
There's many Mehdi Hassans.
Well, I thought that was the trick answer in there. You know, because sometimes some of the answers are trick answers. I thought that was the trick answer because I was like, I know Mehdi, he's a journalist in America now, but no, that's actually the yeah. So shows you how much I know. Anyway, next question. Who won the New Artist Award at the 2017 Billboard Awards? Who won the New Artist Award at the 2017 Billboard Awards? Was it A. Shiraz Ronnie Dutt, B. Naughty Boy, C. Jay Sean, or D. Zayn Malik? So, yeah, I mean, the answer is, who's this lad here? And the answer is, of course, Zayn Malik. And 9 of you got that wrong somehow. Yeah, the answer was Zayn Malik. If you be, I don't know if anyone's noticed, the clues are in the pictures, guys. So if you don't know the answer straight away, you can just be patient for 5 seconds. Okay, next question, please. Who sang this? Is that A, Shazad Roy, B, Sajad Ali, C, Qasim Awan, or D, Jawad Ahmed? Let's get that song again. Shazad Roy, Sajid Ali, Qasim Awan, or Jawad Ahmed? So, do you know? The answer is, of course, Jawad Ahmed, and most of you got that right. Well done. Next question. Which of these was a Pakistani singing group? A, the Benjamin Sisters, B, the Fast Triplets, C, Destiny's Beti, C, Lahori Mix. Which one of those was a Pakistani singing group? I have no idea.
I think I know this one, Tez.
Yeah, Benjamin. I thought it'd be Benjamin Sisters because the other 3 sounded like joke answers. But then I thought it was a bit of a tricky question in it because you wouldn't expect that to be the name of a Pakistani singing group. But yeah, it is the Benjamin Sisters. So well done to most of you that actually knew the answer to that. Big up. All right, next question. Who became the first Pakistani to perform at the Nobel Peace Prize concert? Is it A, Ali Zafar, B, Ali Azmat, C, Rahat Fateh Ali Khan, or D, his uncle Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan? Who became the first Pakistani to perform at the Nobel Peace Prize concert? And the answer, I don't think it is going to be Rahat. It is Rahat.
It is.
Oh my days. Rahat Fateh Ali Khan was the first Pakistani to perform at the Nobel Peace Prize concert.
And this was the year that Malala won the Peace Prize.
Ah, so like 2010 or something like that.
No.
11, 9?
I think it's 16, 17.
Oh, was it that late? Okay, cool. All right then. Rahat Fateh Ali Khan. Big up you, man. Okay, next question, please. What is the name of Atif Aslam's first album? A, Jal, B, Jalpari, C, Thriller, or D, Duri? I mean, it's there. They're gonna, if you don't know the answer's about to come up on screen. There it is. But I guess those of you that knew that could have got it quicker and you get more points. So yes, it is Jal. How did 17 of you get that wrong when the answer came up in the picture?
Early, Tez,
yeah, you got to. I told them, be patient. If you don't know the answer's going to come. Anyway, it was Jalpari. I'm getting angry for no reason. I'm like my mum. Like, why don't you just be patient?
Take a chill pill.
Yeah. Okay, next question, please. Or is that the end of that round? Or
one more question, Tez.
One more question, guys. One more question. And it is double points. Double points. Guess the singer. Straightforward. If you can't hear her. Is that Kurat Ulen Baloch, B, Noor Jahan, C, Abida Parveen, or D, Reshma? Who is this sister here? Well, should be a granny now, isn't it?
If you could just play that again and just listen to the video, if possible.
I don't think it is. It is, of course, Noor Jahan, Pakistan's very famous daughter, Noor Jahan, there with the amazing voice. Big up most of you that knew that.
Jahan.
Huh?
Known as Malkai Tarannum Noor Jahan.
That's it. I didn't know that. So thank you for that added information. It really helped. Okay. And that's the end of that round, isn't it?
That is the end of that.
That is the end of that round. Okay, let's see who the current leaderboard is as we head into the final round. Very, very exciting. Okay. And still Sanuki. Sanuki are at the top of the leaderboard. Just behind him is Dar Vader. Winner is now climbing to third. We got the Kashmiris in fourth and Zindabad's take. Could they take the whole quiz? They're quite far behind. It's quite neck and neck between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So let's see what happens as we go into the final round, and we'll see if who holds on to the lead, or if there's a surprise winner. Like in horse racing, sometimes someone comes right from the back and takes it right at the last minute. So let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly.
It could be the winner team because they are slowly edging upwards, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. They had a slow start, but they, they're doing it now.
Okay, so let's move on to the very last round. And this is a trivia round, okay? So you might think it's trivia, but it is quite serious. Some of the questions are quite serious. So let's have that first question. What does the word Punjab mean? Does it mean A, big city? Is it B, dry desert? Is it C, land of the 5 rivers? Or is it D, place of the rulers? And you've got a little map to help you. And the answer is land of the 5 rivers. Yes. So Panj meaning 5. Ab meaning water, so it's the land of the 5 rivers. And if I could hear you, I could perhaps ask you to name the 5 rivers in Punjab. Not sure if you know, Tez.
One is the Jhelum River, and the other 4 are other rivers. The Sindus.
Thank you for that enlightening answer.
Is the Sindus one?
The Sindh, Sutlej, Ravi, Jhelum, and there's one more, and I can't, it escapes me at the moment.
Okay, I got 2.
Never mind, yeah, that wasn't the question. Let's move on to the next question, please. Okay, which artist made famous the lyrics, Abhi to main jawan hu, Abhi to main jawan hu. Oh no, I think I'll stop there.
Are you talking about me or you?
Was it Farida Khanum, was it C, Tasawwur Khanum, or was it D, Malika Pukhraj? And the answer is Malika Pukhraj. A lot of you thought it was Farida Khanum. Nobody thought it was Nasra Waheed, and nobody thought it was Tasawwur Khanum. And Malika Pukhraj, just a little bit of extra information, is the mother of Tahira Sayyid, who is also a singer. She's also a lawyer, and she was married to a lawyer called Naeem Bukhari. So that's an extra 100 points to me. No, just kidding. Allah dekh raha hai. Let's move on to the next question. What is the national flower of Pakistan? There's a picture coming up to help you, but if you know, is it A, thistle, B, jasmine, C, daisy, or is it D, rose? And if you're not sure, then the picture might help. It is, of course, jasmine, and nearly all of you got that right. And a beautiful smell jasmine has. I think it's known as Raat Ki Rani as well in Urdu. So let's move on to the next question. Gawal Mandi is a well-known street in Lahore, best known for what? Is it A, fake Gucci bags? Is it B, music? Is it C, textiles? Or is it D, food? Gawal Mandi in Lahore. There's a picture, and I have actually been there, and it's actually an amazing place to visit. So if you're in Lahore next time, give it a visit. And it is, of course, well known for its food, so many different types of food, cuisines, and from all over Pakistan are served there. So well done if you got that.
Do they have angur there?
They have, I'm sure they have angur, Tez. But I was thinking more of, you know, papri chaat or biryani or stuff like that. Let's move on to the next question. Who has served as Prime Minister of Pakistan on 3 occasions, on 3 separate occasions? Is it A, Liaquat Ali Khan? Is it B, Imran Khan Niazi? Is it C, Benazir Bhutto? Or is it D, Mian Muhammad Nawaz Sharif? Picture of all of them there, but which one has been Prime Minister for 3 separate occasions. It is, of course, Mia Mohammad Nawaz Sharif, currently, I believe, still in London at the moment. So we're edging towards the end of the quiz rounds and the last few questions left. So let's have the next question, please. K2, the second highest mountain in the world, is located along the border with which other country? Is it A, China? Is it B, Afghanistan? Or is it C, India? Or is it D, Lancashire? China, Afghanistan, India, or Lancashire? And as Donald Trump would say it, China. Which one of those? It is, of course, China. Okay, 32 of you got that right, and well done for getting that right. Let's move on to the next question. The 1973 Constitution was drafted and ratified on the 14th of August by whose government? Was it A, Margaret Thatcher? Was it B, Ayub Khan? Was it C, Yahya Khan? Or was it D, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto? If you're not sure, there is a picture to help you. 5 seconds left to answer this. It was, of course, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the leader of the Pakistan People's Party, and sadly executed by Zia-ul Haq's government after a coup d'etat. Okay, move on to the next question, please. Which Pakistani fashion house recently created the world's largest kurta? Was it, and this is in the Guinness Book of World Records, was it Raza Effendi? Was it Amir Adnan? Was it Deepak Parvani? Or was it Hassan Shehryar? 101 feet long, that's what it was. Largest kurta. Why they made the largest kurta, I'm not quite sure. Was it for a large lady? But the answer is Deepak Parvani. It could have been a large man as well, but not so sure. 15 of you got that right. Well done. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly have a look to see how many questions we have left. So there's 2 more questions. Let's go on to the penultimate question, please, Ronnie. Beg your pardon, what is the capital city of Azad Kashmir? Is it A, Dadial? Is it B, New Mirpur City? Is it C, Muzaffarabad? Or is it D, Halifax? Picture there to help you. It looks so beautiful, so stunning, which Pakistan is if you actually go out and visit the places on the outskirts or in the rural areas. Very beautiful indeed it is, Pakistan. And of course the answer is Muzaffarabad. Okay, now on to the final question. So the final question I'm going to read out to you because it's a maths puzzle, and instead of 20 seconds, you actually get 60 seconds to answer this. So are you ready? We're not able to bring it on the screen, but I will try and read this as slowly and as clearly as I can. So this is the question. Take the Cricket World Cup winning year, subtract the year in which Pakistan was formed, and then divide that answer by the number of times the current Prime Minister of Pakistan has been married. I read that again. Take the Cricket World Cup winning year in which Pakistan won, subtract the year in which Pakistan was formed, and then divide that answer by the number of times the current Prime Minister, Imran Khan, has been married. And you've still got 37 seconds left to answer that. I'll read it one more time.
I've got it.
You've got it?
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself for the moment, Tez. We don't want you to give away the answer. Take the Cricket World Cup winning year, subtract the year in which Pakistan was formed, and then divide that answer by the number of times the current Prime Minister of Pakistan has been married. And you should come up with the answer to that maths puzzle, which is the very final question for tonight's quiz. And after this, we will collect all the answers.
I think it's 15. Yes.
15. Right. Okay. So if you got that right, and do you know what, Tez? 27 of our teams got that right. So very well done to all of you who got that right. So sadly, we have come to the end of the quiz this evening. We are going to now collate all the answers and find our top 3 teams, who will all win a trophy. And the team that came first will also win an additional prize. And I will announce that when we announce the winners. So Tez, over to you. How have you found this evening? How's this experience been for you?
I really enjoyed it. Obviously, this is a new thing for me. I've never hosted a quiz before, never mind over Zoom. But I loved working with you. Umbreen, so big up yourself. Really, really lovely co-host. So round of applause at home for Umbreen. Please clap along at home. So thank you very much for making it nice and easy for me and stuff. But now I've had a really lovely time, and it's also really nice to hear firsthand about the amazing work that the Citizen Foundation do, and to actually hear from people that have been affected by their work. Because sometimes you hear a lot from charities about the work that they do, and it's great, and all charity, may Allah bless them all and grant them all success, but you don't often get to hear about the impact of their work on the people that they're helping. And so to hear from someone who's actually been through school and come on the other side of it, and someone who's so grateful for the opportunities that were presented to it, that was really, really powerful, I thought. So yeah, pick up the Citizens Foundation, Yorkshire Chapter in particular today.
Yorkshire Chapter in particular. And Tez, I hope that on your journey, on your many things that you do around the country, that you will perhaps give TCF a bit of a nod.
Of course, inshallah, we will do that. And once the world, or at least our country, is open up again, hopefully this vaccine comes through and it can get to many people as possible, and we can get back to as much normality as we had before, then we can go out and see people in real life and do these sorts of things in real life. I think would be really, really fun.
Face to face.
Face to face.
It makes a big difference, but nonetheless, tonight has been entertaining. It's been good fun, and it's great having you along, Tez, to help us, get this off the ground. What are your plans now for yourself going forward? Because I did used to watch Man Like Mobeen, and it's come to an end, sadly.
No, we've got a 4th season.
Oh, you have?
I don't know. I don't want to spoil the show for anyone who hasn't seen it, because I don't know if I'm in the 4th season. If you've seen the 3rd season, you know the reason for that. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be in it going forward. But the show is coming back for one more season. So look out for that. That won't be out. I think they're going to film it next year, so it'll be out in 2022. So a little bit of time for that. I myself personally, right now, what I'm doing, what's keeping me busy, is I'm writing a book, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm writing about my teenage years. It's called The Secret Diary of a British Muslim, aged 13 3/4. So it's kind of going on that Adrian Mole vibes. It's available to pre-order now, and it's out on my birthday on the 8th of April next year.
Okay. Now, is it a bit of an autobiography?
Yeah, so it's my memoirs from the age of 13 to the age of 18. And it's not a kid's book. It's a book about when I was a kid, well, a teenager. But it's a book probably, I would say 16 plus. Because, there'll be some stories in it that you wouldn't necessarily want a child reading. And, maybe the odd choice of colorful language is in there as well. But yeah, so I'm writing that at the moment. So that'll be out. And then I'm on a big, massive tour next year. Obviously, that was postponed next year. That was postponed this year between September and December. And so we're going to go out on tour next year. But I would love to talk to anyone who's participating in the quiz right now. So if anyone wants to talk to me and you're an attendee, please raise your hands. If you don't want to talk, because
lots of people have raised their hands, Tez, and I've had lots of people asking to see if you're going to give us a bit of a comedy sketch or something to make.
Yeah, I would love to. So why don't we get anyone who's raised their hands, please unmute them and let me see them, and let's have a little bit of a chat and a bit of an entertainment thing, innit?
Okay, can you see Faisal?
Yeah, I can see Faisal, and I can see Fas. Where are you? Yeah, so if you, there's, Faz is there.
Okay.
So
I'm Faz's twin. I'm Faz's twin.
Oh, are you? No, you're not.
I am indeed.
Oh, you are. Oh, you are as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you told your brother that I was on. That was on. So Nas has a brother called Faz, and they're twin brothers. And I've known Faz for a very long time. When I first went on the comedy tour, on the charity comedy tour a few years ago, Faz was our manager. He managed us. He was the sort of guy behind the scenes who was managing us and managing the tour and stuff. And I remember once Nas turned up to one of the venues pretending to be Faz, and for half an hour I just thought he was Faz, and he was being like quite off. It was really funny because he's being quite off in his answers, and I was like, "What's up with Faz today?" But he's doing it on purpose to see what reaction we would get, and then it turned out it wasn't Faz. It was, and even now I'm like, "No, but you're Faz, though." And he's like, "I'm not."
How are you, Tez?
I'm good, brother. It's good to see you again.
Good. And yourself. I've actually just joined the TCF. So I've started to work for TCF out in Pakistan as of last week, actually. So I'm very new to the organization, and
excellent.
And it's fantastic.
Well, we can talk offline about the work that they do and stuff. Faz just texted me actually during when that video was playing, and we were talking. Faz texted me because you told him. There, look at these guys. So, Assalamu alaikum, Faz. I was just saying, when Nas came on, I was like, Faz, and he went, "It's not Faz." I mean, it is Faz. He went, "It's not."
I need to get to it.
Yeah, cool. Well, big up you and big up your brother. So we've got a few people here. We got Faz and Nissa there. Can you guys unmute yourselves so I can have a little chat?
Salam, Tez.
Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam. How you guys?
Brother?
Bro, you look a bit like Wasim Akram,
Do you know, I've heard that before.
I was gonna say you must have heard that before. You got them vibes, and you got like it's a very, very powerful look you've got there. Very handsome lad, I must say.
Thank you.
What do you do, bro?
Yourself.
Thank you very much. I assume you don't play cricket. What do you do?
I'm a lawyer. We're both lawyers.
Lawyers, mashallah. What do you lawyer?
So we lawyer. My wife's criminal, and I'm a property finance guy.
Now, criminal's more fun, isn't it? That sounds more fun.
Yeah,
criminal's a lot more fun. Do you put people away or do you get them off, Faz?
She puts them away.
I'm a prosecutor, so I try and put away the bad people. So all the robbers and the burglars and the bad people.
What have you had any like?
She keeps us safe.
Have you had any fun, Kate? Obviously, we don't want to hear about the nightmare criminals, but do you have any like fun stories that you're in the dock thinking, how can this person be so dumb that they thought that they'd get away with this crime?
Oh God, I think every day of the week.
Obviously, we don't need names. Obviously, data protection and all that. But you must have a story where you're like, this something that Puttar was doing all this stuff. How did you think he was going to get away with it?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't.
That's for another evening.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
There's plenty of things like that. I'm kind of like, yeah. I mean, there's. You know what? I really can't think of any right now. I'm sorry.
Can I ask how did you two meet?
Tinder. No, we were matched by
you were matched
relatives.
Can I guess what the chat up line was? I'm guessing that Nissa, you went to Faz and you went, "Assalamu alaikum. I just want to say you're very beautiful." And then Faz went, "Guilty."
Something like that.
If that wasn't a chat up line, then if you're a lawyer, save that as a chat up line because that will work.
There's a note to the team. Quick one, Tez. We just say we absolutely loved your TED talk that you did. And if people haven't heard it, I'd really recommend they play it and they play it certainly to their teens, because I thought it was really spot on. It was brilliant the way you kind of got the conflict that we all have, and you said a lot of stuff which really resonated with certainly with me as a British Pakistani growing up here. It was a Brit born and bred here, growing up here, conflicted in our views and our approach and our attitudes. And again, a lot of people on this will have teenage kids, so maybe when they're a little bit older, 14, 15 maybe, it's a really good thing to listen to. So
thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. People don't realize that actually, because I play 18-man like Mubin, who's like such a dumb character. People don't realize that I've got a bit of brains behind this persona.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I was looking at some of the other stuff you did with I can't remember. That's the show with the disabled guy in it. The I forgot his name. You know, they were. It was with Boris Johnson's father was on it as well.
Oh yeah, The Last Leg.
Last Leg, yeah, it was really good. I mean, mashallah, you're doing good. You know, you're sticking up for us guys and for getting the message out there, and keep doing what you do.
Thank you, man. Well, you know, people don't know, but I spent after uni, I spent 10 years working as a civil service in the Home Office in Westminster. And so, you know, I heard and saw a lot of things which at the time I didn't necessarily have the language or confidence to challenge. But when I left and I started doing a bit more reading, I started doing a little more watching and listening of the way people constructed arguments, it gave me the confidence to construct things and to put things into perspective that I'd seen all these years that I thought were a problem, but I didn't quite know how to challenge and stuff. So yeah, I'm really glad that people are appreciating the work that I do. I like to make people laugh, but I also like to make them think as well. So
absolutely.
That's very kind of you.
Mashallah, you articulated it really well. So keep doing what you do, inshallah. You know, may Allah give you strength. Keep doing it. It's all good. And we look forward to seeing you in season 4.
We'll see. Who knows? I don't want to spoil it, but it's a bit of a sticky situation for him at the moment.
Understood.
Anybody else want to ask a question or say something? Can you hear me?
Rehan, where are you right now? You look like you're in Pakistan.
Nearby. I'm in Bradford. No, I'm in Leeds.
All right, I was expecting like a kurkili to go past your head any second, like those little lizards you get in those Pakistani.
Yeah, exactly. It's Leeds, so God knows what's around the corner.
That's awesome, man. Where are you? I'm from Jhelum in Pakistan. Where is anyone else from Jhelum?
I'm from Jhelum as well. Well, family.
Whereabouts in Jhelum, bro? What village?
Like I've been there before. What are you about?
Have you never been to Pakistan, bro? I've been 10 times.
I have. We're from a place. What's it called?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
how did you do the quiz if you're just in this much pressure about where you live?
I'm a coconut, bro.
Hey, bounty aa gaya tha.
Exactly.
No worries, bro. Well, I'll leave you to. I don't want to put you under too much pressure. I'm from a little village called Bokan. So if you're ever in Pakistan and you happen to come across Bokan, I'm sure my nanny will give you a very warm welcome. Anyone else got any questions before we get back to the... Oh, look, Luqman wants to ask something. Luqman, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Tez, I was saying Mirpur in the house.
Oh, Mirpur are in the house. Miki Tuki Kusbaya. They're all here. I don't understand any of that, innit? I just like saying it because it's such a musical language that when I hear my friends speaking it, I'm like, I like how this sounds.
You know, I'm fortunate. I've got a good grasp of the Mirpuri tongue. Oh, Buddhiya nal beke Buddha bani gaya na.
Something about old people, like the old people, is become old as well.
Or you've heard that Pakistani saying that they say, "Unta nal yari lao to darwaze uche rakhne pene."
Something about keeping the doors high.
You lost me there, I'm afraid. You lost me.
Umbreen only speaks Urdu. She's a classy woman, yeah?
उर्दू में भी हम बात कर लेते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं। अगर चाहे तो उर्दू शायरी भी बोल लेते हैं, लिख भी लेते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं।
Wow, he's a man of many talents. He's lucky by name and lucky by nature.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a romance novel here. What is going on? This is amazing. I want to move your windows up so you can like at the same level and you can talk to each other. Someone asked me what my favorite food is and why. I would say is my mum's chana and keema pilau is my favorite food of lockdown.
Say that again.
My mum's chana and keema pilau.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I got a lot of trouble online recently because I said that I didn't like biryani and I thought pilau was better, and people were mad. People got really angry. People unfollowed me because I said that they were that passionate about biryani, and I was like, I always thought biryani. Where I come from, biryani is more of a Gujarati thing. The Pakistanis don't really make it around where I live in Blackburn. We're more pilau people, but apparently I was wrong.
Tez,
See, it's all gone quiet.
Tez, I met you earlier in the year when you did an event in Bradford at Child Bereavement UK with me.
Yes, it was last September, wasn't it?
September, yeah.
Yeah, so that was what, 14 months ago now. Wow.
Yeah.
That was an incredible event as well.
Yeah, we did some. Yeah, I was with the co-organizers with Nasreen on that event.
Yeah, that was a very good event.
Can I just give a big shout out to Raza, who's put a lot of effort in, and all of the rest of the team. No doubt, Ambreen and everyone else put a special shout out to Raza Effendi, who's on the team. Faisal, Shiraz, Ronnie Doe, Sister Naheed, and everybody else that has been involved in it, but especially to Raza, who's committed to getting the North chapter off the ground and sort of like getting awareness for TCFs, because being, one of the top 3 charities in Pakistan and doing the amazing work and not having heard about it myself, he's brought me on board, and just the impact and the work that they do is commendable. And, long may they strive and long may they be successful. And, it's such a worthy cause, and amongst everything else that we do, I think just, I urge everybody just to have a little portion for TCF as well. Bear them in your dua.
Raza, let's see you, man. Why are you camera shy now?
We will be speaking to Raza. I'm going to hand over to him very shortly. But before we do that, I am now going to announce the winners.
Ooh.
So in reverse order, we have in 3rd place the team called the Kashmiris. So well done to the Kashmiris. It's been a good night for you, and coming 3rd out of almost 50 teams, you've done incredibly well. You will be getting a trophy, and we'll be putting a picture up of the trophy towards the end, so you'll get that trophy. In 2nd place, we've got the team named Dar Veda. So congratulations to Dar Veda. You've come 2nd. So as I say, it's still a big achievement for everyone, especially if you've participated. So many, many thanks. And if I had a drum roll, I would play it, but I haven't. So I'm now
I'll do it.
Thank you, Tez. Okay, so I'm now going to announce the overall winner, the team that came first tonight. I like saying this. It's the team called Sanuki. Okay, so congratulations to this team called Sanuki, and all 3 of you win a trophy. But the team that came first, Sanuki, also wins a dinner for 4 people, a meal for 4 people at My Lahore, at any of the venues, whether it's Bradford, whether it's Leeds, whether it's in London, Birmingham, wherever they are. So you've won yourself a meal for 4 at My Lahore. And, amazing food. It's an amazing restaurant. They did the catering for my son's wedding, and everybody absolutely loved the food. So I'm sure you will enjoy that. So could the winners please contact us so we can get your details and get those prizes off to you. Okay. So congratulations to Sanuki, to Darveda, and to Kashmiris, but also a big, big thank you and a big hand to all the teams that have participated today, that have supported us, that have given us their time to get this first event for the Yorkshire chapter of the Citizens Foundation off the ground. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to all of you. Now, I am now going to hand over to Raza, so he will talk about Yorkshire chapter, about the executive team, and he's not just a pretty face, which you will find out. So it's over to you, Raza.
Thank you very much, Ambreen. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm the aforementioned Raza. I'm the TCF UK's Yorkshire chapter lead. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Ambreen and Tez for presenting the event this evening, and we do hope that you enjoy the quiz questions. I know it's been a long evening, so I'll only take up no more than 3 or 4 minutes of your time before we sign off for the evening. So firstly, I'd like to briefly mention how TCF's Yorkshire chapter came into being. So a bit of a story here. So around 20 years ago, every Ramadan, as a trainee accountant, my dad used to get me to write out his zakat checks. And most of the charity names you kind of recommend, household names you'd recognize. And then one year he asked me to write out a check to an organization called the Citizens Foundation UK. And what immediately struck me was that it didn't sound like a religious name or a very Pakistani name. So I asked my father, and all he said was, "Beta, do it. It's for education in Pakistan." So I did that. I did what I was told. But being curious, I decided to look up the name and was frankly taken aback by the caliber of work that the organization was doing, and which you've all witnessed briefly this evening as well. So I actually started supporting the charity myself as a donor in my own right. However, with the UK operation being based in London and with most events being based down there as well, and I'm being based in Leeds, I became more of a distant supporter and observer, really. I never attended any events, never met anyone, never spoke to anyone from TCF for over 15 years. And then around a year ago, I happened to bump into one of the trustees, and I said, you know, you guys are doing great work, amazing work, but frankly, virtually no one's ever heard of you in the North. And that's why tonight is happening, really, folks. It's the launch of the Yorkshire chapter of the Citizens Foundation. So here we are, and I'd like to briefly introduce you to our team here in Yorkshire. First of all, thank you to all of them for their time and effort in making this event possible. So from top left, we have Amreen, obviously who you've met already, Faisal Khan, the dashing Faisal Khan, Baji Farkhanda Hussain Butt, and then bottom left, you've already seen the devilishly good-looking Luqman Rashid, and Naheed Effendi. You know, thank you, Naheed, for tolerating me for the last couple of weeks whilst I've been sorting this out. And well, you've been tolerating me for 19 years actually, but Naheed, tusi gredo. And then we've got Shiraz Ronnie Dutt, the technical brains behind the operation, and Mr. Sohail Ali, who's not auditioning for The Apprentice there. He's actually a slick city lawyer. So that's it, folks. Most of you will know either one of us, and please do get in touch. Support us to make this Yorkshire chapter a success, and join us even. And for those of you who don't know us, we will be sending an email out to everyone who has registered for tonight's event. So please do get in touch, share our details with other team members, friends and family, and look us up on social media. Whilst it's not a fundraiser, in the email, we will be sending out a link to our donation page for the Yorkshire chapter. So please feel free to contribute, however big or small. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to all the team in Yorkshire and London. Thank you once again to Tez and Amreen. Special thank you to Dr. Sidra Salim, who joined us all the way from Ohio in the US. And yes, and also thank you to Barclays Bank, who have agreed to fund match any donations that we raise. And do watch this space for future events. Sleep well. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, and in order to answer your question, Blackburn Rovers.
Did you like the Liverpool question? Did you like the Liverpool question?
I did like the Liverpool question. Yeah. That was funny. That was funny.
Okay, and well, we've come unfortunately to the end of this. It's been great fun. So thank you to Tez. Thank you for Raza for all his hard work that he's put into the whole team. Faisal, Farkhanda, Ronnie, Luqman, all of you. It has been great fun this evening to get this event off the ground.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. It was nice meeting with you, and
you too.
with you. You take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.